23 minutos llevamos jugando, ¿no? Uno pasa un año sin salir, un año vivía sin ver gente. Y saqué la cuenta, estoy del año 65 acá. Y estamos en 2011. ¿Eh? Porque yo acá que digan que me echen, quieren echar, no me pueden echar. Que digan, bueno, si ese viejo está ahí, hay que sacarlo. No, no me sacan. Tiene que salir uno de su voluntad. O porque esté medio enfermo, también puede ser que esté enfermo y tiene que salir obligado para ir a manos de médico. Yo trabajo, eso cuando ya van al asilo de ancianos ya están tullidos, ya no pueden hacer nada. No. Yo voy a estar hasta el final, claro.
Faustino Barrientos embodies a timeless lifestyle of the Chilean gaucho, the more isolated equivalent of the North American cowboy. Bringing settlers into Patagonia was a challenge, and in 1937, Chile started handing out land claims to each colonizer who could clear 120 acres of forest in an effort to make the land fertile. Although construction of routes through Patagonian land made the gauchos more accessible, we heard that Faustino had moved far beyond the last stretch of the Pan American Highway to Peninsula La Florida, where he continued living in complete isolation like the original settlers. Faustino is rumored to be living alone on his land for the past 46 years, removed from civilization and technology, as if time had never struck Patagonia. We set out on our journey to find Faustino Barrientos from New York on a cold winter night. We had about a dozen bags with us and had no idea of what we were getting ourselves into. What we did know is that it would take us 4 days of travel time to reach him. We caught an 11-hour flight to Santiago. We had a layover and then got on a shorter flight to Balmaceda. There we met our crew, gathered our gear, loaded the truck, and drove to Cochrane, which took 5 hours. We spent the night there and headed up to Port Yungay in the morning to catch our ferry to Rio Bravo. It had taken us 2 days to get this far, and we weren't even halfway there. It was impossible to imagine how you would ever get here by horse ride from Santiago, like Faustino had probably done in the past. Patagonia is a region at the southern end of South America. The area covers about 1/3 of both Chile and Argentina and is home to a rich and mostly untouched ecosystem. It's an important freshwater source, which also makes it one of the least polluted places on Earth. On our 3rd day of travel, we finally arrived to the end of the Pan American Highway, which was built to connect remote communities in the region. Its final stretch reaches Villa O'Higgins, a town formerly only accessible by plane or horse ride, which is why it's called the last frontier of Chilean Patagonia. With a population of roughly 400 people, it's considered a stomping ground for explorers and scientists heading towards the South Patagonian ice field, which doubles as the deepest lake in the Americas. While we were in O'Higgins, we visited Faustino's brother to get a better idea of what to expect from him.
Yo me llamo Faustino Barrientos Sánchez. Faustino Barrientos Sánchez es mi hermano. Crecimos allá, nacimos todos allá en el O'Higgins, donde se pobló mi padre. Mira, esa es la foto que saqué yo, 18 años, y cambié. Ahí estoy de corbata, estoy peinado con gomina.
Se le ve muy bien.
Estoy peinado con gomina. Lo aplicaron la disciplina militar. En la noche pasaba como en el regimiento, todo de pie. Pregunta la geografía, pregunta historia, y había que contestarla. Me retiré por motivo cuando fallecieron mis padres. Faustino se retiró antes, se retiró allí, porque le gustaba estar solo, trabajar, tener capital propio. Yo nunca me gustó estar solitario. Yo me gusta conversar y andar.
¿Y él no?
No.
It seemed that Faustino had a bad reputation throughout the town. There was even a rumor that he had attempted to shoot his nephew.
He escuchado que Faustino Barrientos le ha disparado a usted antes.
Decía que yo pasaba ilegalmente con los animales para otros predios, porque yo sí o sí tenía que pasar por el predio de él para pasar a la verana arriba. Yo iba pasando con los animales, me bajo a abrir una tranquera que había en el paso y de repente apareció detrás de unos palos y me tiró unos tiros. Me tiró 3 tiros. Él, como le dijera, su sistema ya él se acostumbró a eso, pero en el caso mío, porque él lo quiere a lo mucho drama conmigo y con nadie más casi. Así que, y eso es lo que, el temor de irme a encerrar y haga algo que realmente nunca quisiera hacer.
After learning that Faustino not only disliked other people's company, but also had tried to kill one of his family members, we were more than concerned about staying with him on a deserted piece of land without escape routes or forms of communication with the outside world. But we continued on our way to find him. Since 2005, this boat started taking tourists on glacial expeditions and contributed to bringing civilization closer to those who lived out here in isolation. It was appropriately named Robinson Crusoe. We were told to walk straight from the shore towards the mountains, and we'd find his home.
I hope we're walking in the right direction, to be honest.
As the boat took off in the distance, we realized how isolated we really were. We walked for about a mile until we finally spotted Faustino's retreat.
Hola, Faustino. ¿Qué tal? Adrián, un placer.
¿Nos vemos para la casa?
Ya.
Sí, por ahí caminar allá siempre. Acá no es muy grande la casa.